Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And let's just say over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's easy work, and it's coming again. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You have to get tired of seeing me. They go 368. Hey, let's go. 52's the mark. 52. Watch the run.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window he found for the completion. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body, but Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
Hey, orbit. Check. Nice. Too low, cut. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Dalton throwing on second down. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell! Kiss him goodbye! And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Back.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson steps away to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
I'm coming. Hey. Check nine. Do.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Jackson from the shotgun.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. 6 yard. That's it. 6, baby. Hey, check. Mike 57. Mike 57. Tighten up.
Third and goal. Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Hands up. Lead. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey. Watch twins.
Mixon with a first down carry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From just shy of midfield, Dalton eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To try again after the sack. Dalton over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Showing it. Switch. Check 27 West.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Here's Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this one to Boyd. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike, check, 59.
This will be Dalton again. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Hey, Zoo.
Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Andy Dalton now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. So Dalton now. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on.
Yards on the completion, but now they face third down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about it getting it done? Proud of it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 52. Check 52's the line. Okay, double.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the penalty, it's Bell. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Watch the end. Check safety.
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Let's bring it. 368.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here you go, 10. Mike 20. Yeah. Hey, Charlie. 20.
Another chance for Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
368.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Give me that ball, boy. Give me that ball, defense. Mike 5-9.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover over there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And now off to the races, down the line. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, an even 90 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pernell McPhee able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Move. Go.
After the sack on first down, Dalton, and the catch good. It's Eifert. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
44. We go. Hey, box truck. Easy.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And Eifert has it. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And there was absolutely zero bad play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
Ice.
Check 99.
Regular.
Check 6 guys.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Pernell McPhee in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Play. Watch safety 3.
Heavy.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very... A battle for it, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Mike, check, 59.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Switch up. Check. He's checking.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Jackson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
48 to Mike. Hey, Delta. Watch the run.
Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Hey, Haywood.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throw left side complete. That's Erickson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Check 50, check 50. Hey.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And that's incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Move.
And it'll be Dalton again. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Pernell McPhee. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Dalton, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Motion. 2 by 2. Move. Hey, exit. 52, 52.
Throwing, Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon, and he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
44. There you go.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Patrick Owasor. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Let it go.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Go to base. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 52, go.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Baltimore, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.